Hey guys, it's Nerfed here, and I'm going to be doing a new type of video for you guys today. And again, I don't know how many people are actually going to watch this or how many people it's actually going to interest because, I mean, it's like a more of an IRL story, and my channel is still pretty small, and I doubt people actually really care about my life like that. But, I mean, it's a pretty interesting story nevertheless. So, yeah, the title isn't clickbait. I mean, I don't think it is at least. But, so let's get into it. So, around June of last year, I got invited to my friend's birthday party. And this was back before I moved. And I had to drive 2 to 3 hours to his house. And we get there, and it's just me and him. And, we decide to just go drive around and everything. And so he tells me he wants to buy some weed for his party. And he was about to go alone, but I mean, he said he was going to buy it from someone he's only bought one time before. And I said, let me go with you, let me take you, because I didn't want him going alone, because, that's some sketchy stuff. So we get in the car and we go to the meetup location and we're waiting there, and the guy finally pulls up. And he pulls up next to my car, which I'm in a BMW, and he pulls up and which me and my friend think was a rental because it had a rental sticker on the back of the window. So yeah, they're selling drugs in a rental car. Nice. And so I'm parked with my driver's side to the left, and the guy, it's two guys. He comes in with a driver, and he's in the passenger seat. So the driver parks his car driver's side to me, and so my friend, he gets out the car and he goes over to his car, and he gives him this cup that had the money in it, and so he can put the weed into. And so he hands him the cup, and the guy, he puts the weed in. And then so I'm gonna be telling the story from my friend's point of view now. So he's watching him put in the weed into the cup, and then he sets the cup down and he takes out a 357 Magnum, and he starts pointing at him and getting out the car, and he's like, give me all your stuff, which I'm not gonna put in the curse words just for, I don't know. And so he's like, give me everything on you. And my friend, he starts like freaking out and everything. He backs off and he gets out the car, and I'm sitting there in the car like looking at all this go down. I'm like, oh my god, really. And so I'm sitting there, and the driver, he's like looking at me and everything. And eventually the guy that's trying to rob my friend, he points the gun over at me towards like my car, and he's like, get out and everything. So I hide all my stuff in the car just in case, because I had a credit card on me and some cash. And so I leave the car running, and I step out and I walk towards my friend, and I'm like, what's the deal, what's going on? And he's like, he starts pointing the gun at me now, and he's like, give me everything you got. And I'm like, show him that my pockets are empty and everything, I don't got anything. And then he's like, you think I'm playing with you guys? You think this is fake? Nah. And he shows us, all 6 bullets in the chamber and everything. And he's like, I got enough for all you. And he's like, he was saying how it's like, oh, this is going to be a double homicide. And I'm like, wow, this just got real. And, at first I thought like my friend, he was just trying to play a joke on me because, I don't really mess around with this stuff. But I would have really felt bad sending my friend out there alone because I don't know. I just had a really bad feeling something bad was going to happen. And so, I thought he was just trying to, play a prank on me or something. But no, like this guy, he started like freaking out and everything. He was like, dude, we don't got anything. Just, dude, it's all chill. Just take the money that I gave you and leave and everything. And so he says a bunch of other dumb stuff, and he's all threatening us and everything. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm over here like, I'm trying to keep calm and everything. And like, let me tell you this real quick. I'm not trying to like front or anything and say I'm like some kind of like big tough dude. But the guy that was holding the gun, the guy that was robbing us, I'm telling you, this guy looked like he can barely hold up that 357 Magnum. Like, he was just really scrawny black dude. And I'm like, if I was gonna get robbed by anyone, I'd rather it be by someone that's bigger than me, because it's just such a bad feeling knowing that I could have beat him up if he didn't have that gun. And he had his friend with him that looked like a black Mr. Clean, and like he was all like tall and fat and everything. And I'm like, dude, oh my god, what is going on? So eventually they leave and everything. And, we get back in the car and we're all just like, talking about what happened. And eventually I'm like, screw this, we need to go drive around. So we go drive around and I call up my mom and I tell her what happened and I tell my girlfriend what happened and everything. And I told the friends that were coming over and they were just like, yo, what the hell and everything. And I just used a curse word, but whatever. And so, we just start driving around. We go pick up some pizza and everything. We go back to the party, or his house, I mean. And eventually everyone shows up. And, I mean, it kind of dies down, but there's still another part to the story that's not really directed towards me, but I feel like I'll share either way, just because of how unlucky my friend was on this day. So, it was already bad enough my friend got robbed for his money and, almost got shot with me. But later on, we go to the lake because he lives by a lake, and he takes his truck and like he has this pretty nice truck. Like he has some pretty expensive wheels on there. He has a really nice subwoofers in there. He has custom exhaust on it. And I take my BMW because I don't really like driving with other people because it's just a fear that I have from childhood, which I won't go into. But I always drive myself places. I don't really trust getting in other people's cars. So we go to the lake. We chill out for a bit. They're doing a bunch of dumb stuff, which I'm not going to say. And so it was me, my friend who has his birthday, and then two other friends. And they eventually were like, let's go back to his house. And I get in my car, and I let them go first. And they're driving up the road, and I stay behind a little bit because I was trying to put on some music, and they're already gone. And let me backtrack really quickly. So my other two friends that got into my friend's truck, they went into the bed of the truck and they were sitting there while driving home. And so they leave and then I start going up the same road as them. And I start seeing, as I'm turning around this corner, I start seeing this cloud of smoke and like cloud of dirt. And I pull up and I see my friend's truck crashed into a ditch, hitting like that was like laid up against the tree. And I'm like, you can't be serious. And I see three of my friends, they're already out the truck and everything, and like my friend's face is all bloody, he's laying on the ground and everything, and my other two friends are around him trying to help him and they're all bloody and everything too. So I'm like, what is going on with today? And so he ended up going pretty much unconscious at a certain point, just I guess from shock and everything. And his truck was completely totaled. Like his front right wheel was completely off. All of his windows were shattered, and it was bad. And so pretty much we spent the rest of his birthday at the ER because he eventually had to get his parents over. And first he was like scared to tell his parents, but we're like, dude, you're going unconscious and you're losing blood, because he was like bleeding from his chin and everything and some other places. And so we get the car situated. His dad comes and gets the car situated while I take my other two friends to the hospital while my friend goes with his mom in his car. And so we just pretty much spend the day at the ER and everything, and turned out he fractured his ankle and he had to get stitches in his chin. And I'm just like, dude, this has to be one of like the worst birthdays that can ever happen to someone. But that's pretty much the entirety of the story, I guess. I don't know how many people actually watched to this far. I hope it entertained at least a few people with this story. And call it fake all you want, but I really don't have any reason faking a story like this. And yeah, I mean, it's all genuine. I recalled pretty much everything I remember. I mean, this was back in summer of last year. Well, I'm gonna quit talking now and go catch a breather, because I get wild up thinking about that story. Just that guy, man. I really wish I could have done something, because, I mean, it wouldn't have been worth it, but I just wish he didn't have a gun on him so I could have beat him into a pulp, as the cool kids say. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm still farming clips, loot montage clips for loot montage that I'm trying to release, but recently I've been dying a lot, and I haven't really been getting that lucky. So I'm going to still see what I can do. I've tried to make a few PPEs, but they've died like really, really quickly. And I've just like gotten to the point where like I don't want to do this anymore because I want to focus on building up my account. But I don't know, maybe I'll give it another shot and see how it goes. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay happy and have a good day. See ya.